OnlyOneOf just came back with their title track dOpamine. They continue using concepts in psychology to discuss the hidden side of the human mind. They reveal the repressed desire in libido, question social manipulation in gaslighting, and now are diving into the mechanism related to the neurotransmitter dopamine, which is linked to pleasure and satisfaction and often involved in explaining addiction. Now let's take a look at how they tell the story of falling into the addiction to love. The song begins with the micro level of neurons, which are activated by seeing the love interest. The transmissions of dopamine allow their mind to quickly switch from feeling bland to feeling a sense of satisfaction. This effect is what they want and takes place quickly. These are very accurate depictions of the everyday effects of dopamine. Now we get to the side effect of dopamine. People start to prioritize pleasure over rational control. The song also mentions another neurotransmitter, adrenaline, which energizes our fight or flight responses. The story is at the point that they feel the energy to pursue the pleasure brought by dopamine without considering the consequences. The pre-chorus describes the pleasure associated with dopamine, but it goes away quickly. The subsequent emptiness makes people to pursue more stimulations, raising the tolerance, which in turn requires a higher level of stimulation to create a comparable level of pleasure, leading to addiction, like what the chorus is singing about. The chorus sums up the paradoxical effects of dopamine. The positive is the gratification of desire, and the negative is the disregard for rationality. It seems like they are going toward the direction of putting the pleasure over rational control. Till here, the song has done a great job describing the physiological and psychological progression, from wanting the love to satisfying the pleasure. The second verse goes into the feeling of a high dopamine level, likely because of elevated tolerance. These effects include faster heart rate, higher energy, hallucination, and more focus on the love interest. It causes both higher pleasure and higher dependence. The action of pursuing the stimulation has become automatic and uncontrollable. The repeated pre-chorus and chorus simulate the state of addiction. However, the last line has changed from losing everything to losing myself, hinting at a higher level of dysregulation. The call and response like bridge section presents a conflict. Between desire and self-reflection, Mill represents the desire for dopamine stimulation. The other members realize the consequences of this addiction, such as insomnia and the dependence on only one person, despite the internal debate. It seems like they have consciously chosen to give up the control, give up the self, and get stuck in the addiction to dopamine or addiction to love. The song accurately and comprehensively utilizes the dopamine mechanism to describe how someone loses themselves in momentary excitement. Even though they are aware of the negative consequences, dopamine-based pleasure usually does not last long and can make someone feel even more empty and unhappy afterwards. This is consistent with how OnlyOneOf has been telling their stories about the temptations people face in today's society, as well as adopting the approaches inspired by the symbolism and decadence movements to reveal people's mindless indulgence in instant gratification. As such, we can tell that this seemingly addictive song is more critical than romantic. Specifically in this song, dopamine. They weave modern neuroscience in the story. This is both classic and modern, both artistic and scientific, after understanding the process of dopamine-based addiction. We can also notice that the use of spotlights and laser beams in the MV are also going along the story progression. Combined with the theme of the album, Things I Can't Say Love, can we call the pursuit of stimulation love if we want something because we find it exciting? Does that mean we are really in love? What are your thoughts?